Before we kick off this video, I just want to say I'm so close to 100 subscribers. Please help me get over that. That would mean the world to me. Thank you so much for tuning in. Subscribe, like, let's go. Welcome back to this week's episode of Embrace Your Uniqueness. My name's Isaac Mers, and thank you so much for joining me today. Today I want to talk about maybe our fear of being forgotten, our fear that we won't leave an impression in the world, our fears that we aren't making a difference or making an impact in the world. Maybe that leads us to our toxic relationship with social media. We have to become brave enough to challenge ourselves. We have to become bold when sharing our special story. We all have something special inside. Are we willing and able to make the stand and say, yes, this is the life that's worth fighting for? First off, I want to thank you so much for tuning into this channel. I really appreciate it. Embrace your uniqueness. That's what it's all about here. That self-love, self-understanding, self-acceptance, and that growth-minded mindset that we need to push ourselves and make sure we're going after our big dreams and goals. This is a place for us to come together, to leave our comments, to conversate, to join in, and to really encourage each other, to really embrace what makes us truly special. All of us have a special talent and a special gift that needs to be shared with the world. And it happens by growing that relationship you have with yourself. You know, that relationship you have with yourself is the building blocks, the foundation, the strength, the courage that you need to become the best version of yourself. And by building that relationship back and returning to that self-understanding and that self-love and that self-acceptance, you'll go on a massive journey and you'll start to realize what is actually important in this world and what is the truth in this world and what brings out the light in you in this world. And I think we need more of that self-exploration, and we need to block out the noise. And some of the noise that's coming at us in the most frequent manner is social media. Social media has a toxic way of interacting with ourselves. It inflates our egos, it taunts our fears, it pushes our limits, it makes us feel small in a world that's so large. It makes us feel like we don't have enough, or that we can't be enough, or that we're not good looking enough, or that we're not enough. And that's just a bad feeling to have inside. It really isolates yourself. And by flagging itself as, by touting itself as a place for connection and a place for becoming unique and understanding and a place to become celebritized and to become bigger than you are, it's really not that. And really what it is a place that the creators monetize off of your addiction to it. And so I encourage you to think about your relationship with social media. And one of the main things that they're preying in on your life is your drive to be heard and to be accepted and to feel like you've lived your life in a way that impacts others and that you're going to make an impact in this world and you're going to leave a good place and be remembered. And we all face when we're a finite life and that's our ego wants us to be grand and to be remembered. And that's why we love celebrities so much. And we all chase after this idea of celebrity is amazing. And that's like, the glitz and glamour and they'll never be forgotten. But like we all know, people come and go. And, if you want to make real lasting change, it's all about what you give back in truth to society and how you impact others in a positive way. And you can make a bigger and longer lasting impression in this world by becoming the best version of yourself and truly understanding yourself and becoming more involved with your friends and your family and your community and your neighborhood. And the more people that you can change and touch in a positive way, no one's going to remember how hot you looked at a beach or how cool you looked at a vacation. And no one cares about that. And when you move on from this world, you don't get to carry your followers or your likes or your uploads or tweets and retweets. And, no one cares about that stuff. And that has no real purpose over the years. And so what we need to understand is, why are we becoming so attached to social media? What is it about social media that makes us feel like that is our outlet, that is our expression, that is our platform to be great? And it all seems to be getting caught up and misaligned with the truth of this world. And the truth of this world is truly you becoming the best version of you. And finding out what makes you wonderful, finding out your passions in this world, reaching other people, pushing other people to become better versions of themselves, helping people, understanding people, finding yourself in situations where you may not understand everything, but you're willing to ask questions, you're willing to step back and learn and ask why. Chasing that celebrity status and chasing down the likes and the retweets is just a foundation of leaving yourself victim of your own ego. And we have to keep our egos in check in this world. Our egos manipulate the surroundings and what happens and what's important to us. The ego is what drives you to feel like you're jealous of someone who has something that you might want, or something that you feel like you should have or wish you could have, or maybe it makes you start to feel like you'll never have something. The ego is what keeps you scared and afraid of chasing your dreams. The ego is what reacts and finds itself as a closed-minded entity and keeps people at a distance and makes sure that you stay in a small and safe, small bubble. The ego is a looming thing that's created by your brain that has nothing to do with your true light and spirit in this world. And so by calming that voice and by quieting that voice and by understanding that voice and not eliminating the ego, because the ego will give you a drive in this world for sure, but the ego needs to be maintained and controlled and in commutative with the rest of your body and your being. It has to work with you. It has to be in balance. And your spirit and your heart source and the love that's inside of you, that speaks louder than your ego if you allow it to speak up. But a lot of us hold back of what's inside of us, hold back by pressures from society or what we feel like we should, could, or would be, or what we need to be, and not understand exactly what it is that we want from this world. We get one chance at this life. You get one opportunity to share your story today and here and with you. And your past and your present and your future, they're all lining up together to push you to be the person you want to be the neighbor, to be the friend, to be the family member, to be the community member, to be someone that starts in the impact around you. And as you impact people around you, you'll notice that strength and that confidence grow and grow and grow. And so here at this channel, Embracing Your Uniqueness, it's all about understanding that you are different and you are unique and you are going to be celebrated. But you don't have to try to push that as the forefront of what you need to do and show people. People are all working their own life. We don't need to have the constant push. You don't need to be pressing your life and pressing your world on people. You can just be confident that what you do is important and what you do holds value, and the places that you're going and the people that you meet matter, and it's going to add up to a wonderful, exciting, beautiful life that's going to be filled with adventure. I used to chase that celebrity status and my ego was out of control. And I believe that it really held me back as I was going after my dreams of working as a musician. And I was so in fear of what other musicians were doing. And I was working out of this realm of jealousy and I wanted to be liked, and I didn't understand why people didn't flock to my music all the time. And I thought it was because I was born different, but it causes so much turmoil. And in that fog, I never really focused and controlled and balanced and worked towards simple goals and worked on my relationship with myself and why I love music and what music meant to me and the things that I could really add to being a musician. And as soon as I started focusing on that, as soon as I quieted things down and listened to myself in a more positive way and allowed myself to just have a relationship with myself and quieted the voices around me, I grew as a musician. I grew as an artist, and I grew as a person that felt like, you know what? My goal is to reach people and to show people that no matter how you're born, where you're born, or what you got when you start, it's not about where you start. It's about where you finish. It's about working towards something. It's about moving towards something. It's about building things around you that impact people in a positive way. Giving more out, giving more of yourself to the world is when people start to react, to understand where you're going and where you want to go and to respond. And in that response, you'll notice that the world starts giving back to you opportunities, whether it's, careers or love or friendships or just reconnecting with family members or in your community and understanding your neighbors around you, meeting strangers and finding that you have enough confidence to hold your ego aside and just say, hello, what's your life like? who are you? And tell me about yourself. I'd love to learn, instead of coming to the table with all these preconceived notions and walls up and barriers up and, afraid to see the world and grow and experience things. I challenge you to find yourself in positions of growth. Find yourself in a position where you want to start learning. And as we enter this next year, and as we come to the conclusion of this past year, 2021 is going to come to an end, we can reflect and we can see where we were going and what's gone right and all the things that we've achieved and all the great things that have happened. And we can list the things that didn't go so well, and we can start making plans for 2022. And we can have that new year, that new look, and new life outlook. And remember, without changing your mind, it's just a calendar year change, Change starts within your mind and your focus and your disciplines, your daily work, your progress, and just your daily personal development. You list your goals, break them down, find things that truly matter to you, work your steps towards that goal, and just start achieving stuff and pushing yourself and holding yourself accountable and learning about yourself and just saying, I am great. I just got to keep working at figuring out how to best express that. So I hope you guys are enjoying yourself. I really appreciate people that are commenting on my videos. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I love all the support I'm getting from this channel. Keep it up. Subscribe to this channel. I'm so close to 100 subscribers. Let's push that over this right now. Come on, let's do this. And let's make sure that this year closes out strong, and next year we really emphasize embracing your uniqueness.